Got one. Got it. Ugh. That was a horrible hook set. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. I just told you guys that look pretty fishy. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel DMO Fishing. Today we're fishing for bass. I'm gonna be giving you tips how to fish a pond from the bank, guys. I'm gonna tell you what you gotta be looking for and all the things you need to do to be successful catching fish on a pond from the bank. So let's get to it. All right guys, so we're gonna start with a spinner bait. See a couple fish jumping off, so should be a pretty good day. I usually bring a reaction bait. Today we started fishing with a spinner bait. Right now I got a sleeper gill for mega bass tied on, and I also got my second rod with something more natural, like a 5-inch Senko or a natural color. I like to bring 2 rods so I can have the 2 baits tied up, and that way I don't have to keep retying, and I can switch back and forth between rods depending on the situation. Now obviously bringing 2 rods means that you're gonna carry a lot more stuff, but it's really not that bad. It can be a little difficult if you're going to really tight spots between the woods with 2 rods, but you should be able to handle 2. Sometimes I even bring 3, and I know people that bring more than that when they're fishing from shore because they want to save time and they don't want to be retying back and forth different baits on one single rod. So yeah, bring multiple rods and you'll save some time and catch more fish. Ah, my gosh. Got one. It's a nice one. The 1 pounder. Alright, that's the first one of the day. 1 pounder. It was really close to the bank right here. If you see the bank right there, it was really close to the bank. We got it on the little swim Senko. He broke it. I think we got more, but here we go. First fish of the day, guys. Now you can see this whole bank right here all the way down doesn't seem to have anything going on like structure wise, but for some reason I think the water is really deep because this is where the dam is. They like to be around this area, so there he goes. That 1 pounder, maybe 1.5 if you're pushing it. So it's a good start. Okay guys, another tip is gonna be fishing natural colors. I like to fish natural colors on ponds. I don't really use a lot of shad profiles because some ponds don't even have shad in it, but I start feeding on bluegill, so I like to use the green pumpkins with red flakes, with black flakes, maybe a June bug depending on the time of the year. But for the most part, I like to keep it simple and just use natural colors in all my baits. That way I can provide like a bluegill profile, which are the bass on the pond most likely gonna be feeding on. So just keep it simple, keep it natural. All right guys, so we're coming to an end of this big stretch here. We only caught 1 fish. Got one. Not a giant, but definitely a fish. Little skinny one. Little skinny one. That one beat right there. He got it good too. All right, here you go. It's a little dink, but fish. Another fish on the Senko. This is the second fish on this whole stretch right here. Okay, so I wasn't expecting to catch much on the little stretch here because, like I said, there's not a lot of things that will hold fish. This little area right here is actually pretty nice. Has a little bit of grass, and bass can actually attack whatever bait fish you want to eat against this little grass area right here. So the fish was sitting somewhere around here, really close to shore. Now, like I said, I think spawning for this fish is pretty much done. So some of the fish are probably gonna go deep, some are gonna stay shallow, but you can still catch them from shore at the ponds. This pond is actually pretty big. There's a lot of ponds that are kind of tiny, but if you can see, this pond is pretty big. So it has some really deep areas, and a lot of those fish are gonna go to the secondary ponds, the deep ponds, and they're gonna be hard to reach from shore. But some of them are gonna stay shallow, and that's the ones you want to target. And depending on how the pond is set up, you could still target those fish on the secondary ponds if you can reach them from shore. When you get to the pond, you want to look for areas that are different. Any pockets, any docks, you can fish under the docks, any shaded areas, any laydowns, all those spots are gonna be most likely where the fish are gonna be at. So if you see anything different other than that, just like a straight up shore, you want to target those spots. So go for the little pockets, go for laydowns, go for little stream coming into the pond. So you're gonna have to walk around, find those areas, because most likely the fish are gonna be holding there. I'm gonna try to see if there's any fish around here. It looks pretty fishy. Looks pretty fishy. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. I just told you guys that looked pretty fishy. That's a nice fish. That's actually a pretty nice one. Here we go. That's a nice one right there. Probably like 2.5 pounds, pushing 2.5. So here we go. Got a hook on myself. Here we go, guys. It's a nice fish right there, probably like 2.5 pounds. I told you this little area right here looks so fishy right there. It's because it's a little bit different. See, we have the shore that's straight right there, and then we have this little curve here, this little pocket. Fish like to sit there on those little pockets right there. But look at that fish. Really nice fish. It's the best one of the day so far, and it was right there when I expected it. I knew it looked really fishy. That's what you look for. Just little pockets, little different things that are different from the rest of the pond. So I'm gonna let this go and let him go. Make sure that he's good. He got my socks wet, but it was good for sure. All right, one more tip, guys. If you are fishing a pond, especially if it's a small pond and you're fishing it from the bank, you wanna throw a 5-inch Senko, stick bait, a longer log, plastic worm. Okay, for some reason pond fish love that bait. I know it's not the most exciting bait out there, but if you notice today, I threw a bunch of different baits, spinner baits, slipper gill, net rig, shadow bait, and most of the fish, if not all of the fish, were caught on a 5-inch Senko. So if you're fishing ponds from the bank, just go ahead and try that. If you're not catching anything, put on a Senko, natural colors like I said, and you should definitely catch some fish. Got it. That was a horrible hook set. That was a horrible hook set, and I got a tree with it. There we go. All right. See, when you walk through the spots that are hard to reach, you get rewarded. So I had to walk all the way from over there across the pond. Not a lot of people do that. So that's the result right there, guys. You catch more fish when you go to the spots that actually most people don't get to, especially in pressure ponds. That's the best thing to do. You need to get away from all the other anglers to be able to catch more fish. Here we go. Now let him go. He's not a giant. He's decent little fish. And there he goes. Alright guys, so I got another tip for you, and that is don't be scared to cast really close to the shore. If you pay attention, some of the fish you caught today actually were hugging the shore. So when you get to the spot, make sure you start casting parallel to the shore as much as you can, and then fan cast the whole area. We usually have a tendency when you're fishing from the bank to cast to the middle of the lake, thinking the fish are gonna be deep. But a lot of the fish are really shallow, hogging the shore. So you wanna make sure you put a cast or two parallel to the shore and then fish the whole entire area. I missed a pie. I had him. Got it. Swim this way. Oh, you gotta be kidding. You gotta be kidding me. Alright. Alright guys, you saw that fish jump. He was swimming straight towards me. So we lost him right there, but it was a decent one too. Man, that was painful. Alright, keep fishing. I only got like one cast. Got it. I saw him. There we go. Last fish of the day, guys. Last fish of the day. Here we go. My camera's about to die, so last one. Relax. Ah. Yeah, that's a bass. Come on, Daddy. Here we go. Just a little dink, but the last fish of the day, guys. Let him go before the camera dies. All right, thank you for playing, buddy. Let's go. Okay guys, if you made it this far on the video, I want to say thank you for the support. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. If you want to see more videos, I got a bunch of videos about bass fishing, catfishing, any type of fishing out there, fly fishing, even saltwater fishing. So if you want to see more of that, just subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like this video, share, comment, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.